Yeah. I find it.
Oh, George, I agree.
Well,
It's got to be in the office. But I go back, anyways. If I don't get it between now and then, next year,
yeah.
I'll get the drug test in, and I'll have to give you another paper. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about you want to take the marker. I'm like, yeah, I'll take the marker. Cash marker. I'm like, whatever, man. I'll take the test.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. I'll sit down for the test. Hey, I would rather not.
They're free. If he was susceptible to, say, prostate cancer, colon cancer, those are two treatable cancers. That you can prolong your life if you're proactive. Yeah, you know. But if you don't know, you have
I've had the test kit 3 times already. Send me the kit. What's the big deal? I'll test. Here we go.
No. It's not. No, it's not. It might be.
No, it is. She's got a sale price on there. If you're interested, yeah, you talk to the young lady that's in here. So this is the Nissan Xterra, yeah.
Thank you.
Talk to her. Talk to the young lady that's, I believe she's on the right side. It's the big Georgina.
I'm interested in the experiment.
Okay. You want to look at it? Okay. Let me go.
Where these guys at? I didn't see Lewis either. I didn't see anybody. Wait. How long do I have? Got it.
You're gonna do it online? Okay.
I got Richard here. Richard. Yes. Alrighty then. Good.
All right, hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome here to Keystone Point, our weekly Thursday evening auction. My name is Ron. If you have any issues, let us know. And we'll do what we can to get you straightened out and back on track, all right? Keep in mind, everything we outside sold on lien sale paperwork, unless we say otherwise, in which case you'd be entitled to it, or perhaps a salvage title, all right? Ours come in with keys. We don't charge for those. We have to make a key in order to start a vehicle by. I'll do my best to remind you what that feature is part of the bidding process, because that will be added on to the purchase price, all right? Only other item of the purchase price that should be here at the auction is the 10% parking tax. That goes back to the city of LA on each and every car, so we'd be aware of that as well. All right, as far as payment goes, we will take your cash, we will take MasterCard's Visa and debit cards, as long as those cards are your name and the registered bidder. All right, I don't think we have any 10-day holds today, so that's a good thing. So what you see is what you get, and once you get it, it's yours, all right? So make sure if you can get it out tonight, that's great. If not, well, you'll have until 12 noon tomorrow, 12 noon tomorrow, cut off time, get your vehicle out. Okay, online people, same thing applies to you. Only come in tomorrow at 8 a.m. to start paying for your vehicles and get your cars out by 12 noon as well, okay? All right.
1 second.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, hey guys, if you're out in the back there, don't walk amongst the cars or anything like that, okay? Stay up front, here. Stay up front. One more thing, okay, if you're buying multiple cars, we appreciate that. But when we say sold in a car, what we need you to do is to stand up immediately and come up to the window and pay for it, okay? And if you want to buy the next car, we'll be watching for you right here in line. But you have to come up immediately to pay for it, okay? That'll help us out. Okay? Hey, I think we're ready to go, so let's go to work. Here's number one, the 2000 Mitsubishi Montero Sport model. All right, $80 in the key touchdown. Say $80 at pleasure. Corner, how they manage, straight around, guns run. Hey, you're gonna get 800, ain't gonna love, $400, 3.5, take 4. On the four, now have here 50, the pound, you wanna go pound? I got 4.5, fine. How about pound, 1, quarter, hand, here, 50, 75, 6, and a quarter. And a quarter, and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6.5, 6.75. How about 6.75? You gotta go 75, money 6.5. How about 6.75, 6.75, 6.75 down here, wait. What's wrong with that thing? I'm super short. Sold it kind
Hold on 1 second. Let me refresh.
6.5 to 176. 650 the price for 176.
Let me refresh.
Oh.
I didn't realize you were that far back. My fault.
No problem. Hey, gentlemen, wake up. He needs a nap. Okay, here we go. Number 2. Here we have a 2014.
You're good at 650, right? With 650, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. 650, 176.
650 to 176.
We got a new computer here, so we're breaking it in tonight, okay? All right, we're good? Almost. Okay, here's number 2. Here comes the 2014 Nissan Versa car. For an automatic 1,000. I got down with the waiter, trying to get out. What's wrong with that one? You put it there, yeah? I'm not trying to get out. Yeah, well, 5. He said 3. 3 and a quarter. A quarter and a half. 350, 350 here, 75, 4 and a quarter. And a quarter on the side of 4. You need a quarter. A quarter and a half here, 75. You gotta go 475. I'm about 475. He's 4.5. 75, 5. 5, not quarter. How about 5 and a quarter? On the side of 5. Quarter, half. 75. How about 75? You're gonna go 575, and that's it, 600. How about 600? 6? How about 6 and a quarter? And a quarter, 600 here, quarter and a half, 650, 50, 50, 6 and a quarter. How about 650, 50, 75. 70, how about 6.5 here, on side. 6, 75, now 7 and a quarter. On side at 7, 7 and a quarter, 7.5, 7.5, 75. How about 75? Gotta go 75, 75, 775. How about 75? 800 down and a quarter. Again, here on side at 8 and a quarter. And a quarter down here, and we have something. 800 down to number 8. 800 number 8. Here's number 3 at 2013. BMW 328 I. Right? So how to win. Put it around down. Where the quarter, only a quarter half. I got 50, 50, 450, 450, 75 now, and 75 6, out of 6, and a quarter now. Give me half. 75, 7 and a quarter, and a half, 75, 800, and 8 now a quarter, 825, expect here, and a half, and 1,000, and a half. How about a 50, 50, 150, 50, I got 1,000 here, a quarter, and a half, no 75. How much 75? You gotta go 75. How much 1075? You gotta go 75, 1100 and a quarter, 81, 70, 11. How much is the quarter, 11 a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, 11 and a half. 75. How much 75? And a half. How much pound here and a quarter, 12 a quarter. A quarter half, 50. And a 50, 50, 50 now, 75. You gotta go 75. And 13, how about 13? In 13, you gotta go 13. I cross 75. How about 13? And I soak it on mine. For 12, 75. Yes, I think I'm good for now. I'm not going to. Some of those nice Keystone things. Number 4. It's 19 Honda Civic car. All right, for a Honda Civic, what do you say in that one? Hey, you've been 900. Honda $900. You gotta go 9, what? See? And 1,000. And 1,000 to go. He's 9 here, 1,000. How about a half? I got 9 here, 950. And a 50, and a 50, 50, and a 50, and we 9 a quarter. And a quarter, and a quarter down here, 9. Do 9, and a quarter sold. At 900, now we got, you know what else is now? See, no, can let me see your buying number. Not that high. 198. Yes. Okay, here's number 5. Here comes the 2011 Infiniti G25. For the Honda Civic, schedule right. This comes with a 125 recharge chance, okay? It does run over 1,000, minus 7.5, 8, 9.5. And it can be 9.5, and 1,000. And 15, number 11, 15, 12, 15, and 13, and 15, 14, 14, and 15, and 15 and a half, 15, 50, 50, right here now, 16 and a half, 17 and a half, 18 and a half, 19 and a half, and 2,000 and a half, 21, 50 here. How about 21, right over here, need a half, 2, 2.5, 3 and a half, and a half, 23 and a half, 24. Hey, what's the first? I got 23 and a half the front row, right down here. 24, 24 and a half, 25, 25 and a half, 26. Are you ready? 26 and a half. I need a half, 26 and a half, and 27, 27 and a half, 27 and a half, he's 27. How about 27, 50, 28? How about 23, 15? Get a 50, 15, 9, 15, get a 50, 29 here, get a half, and 3. How about 3 grand, 1, 31, 3 0, 31. It's $100 poker table. 31, I can't take a half. Gotta go 1. Gotta go 1, 2. 32, I do. 31, 32, 32. No. So 31, 31 the back row. Let's see. He's coming up right now. So 196, 196. Okay, thank you. Here's number 6. Here comes the 97 on the court. All right, 4. What you do with that? 800, over 90 bucks, 3 and a quarter. I get 3 and a quarter down here, a quarter and a half, 50, 75. How much 75 and a quarter, 400 and a quarter, 400 quarters here, need a quarter, guys. How about 4 and a quarter here, quarter. Now, how 450 and 75, you gotta go 75. Hey, what do you get? 475, 475, 500. How much? 475, you find, guys. How about 500, 500, and we sold it then. 475, number 6 is, right? There's a 2,000 here. Here, down, give me 900. $100 bucks. Well, how about 500 $100? How about pound? You said 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter and a quarter? I got 3 and a quarter and a half, 350. And the 50, 50, you can have a 50, you can have, are you ready? We have a 50, 50, no, so, okay. 325, put them on number 6, number 6. Oh, there he is, lucky number 8 now. Here comes the 2015 Ford Fiesta. Hey, come on, 700, 300. Number 7 over here, where number 7 is over? Good time. You want that? Number 7, 3, 4, 3, 4, knee half, no 4. How about 4 here, 4, 4, no half, not a half, quarter, half, 75, and 5, and a quarter, and a half, no 75, 6, $600 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, I have 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. Half, no 75, gonna go 75, 6 and a half here, 75, 7. 7 and a quarter, and a quarter. I got 7 here, and need a quarter. Wrong side is 7, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 75, 775, 800, and 8, $800. Now me, 800, now me. When he's 775, 8 is that yes, okay, and a quarter, and a quarter right here, 850. Hey, how about the 50, your turn? You have a 50, and a 75, it's 75, 875, 9. Number 9, gotta go 9, gotta go $900. At 9 and a quarter, 925, gotta go 25. I have 9 here, even quarter, now half, now 50. And the 50, chicken again, now 75. How about 75, gotta go 75, and a 75, and a half. How about 175, and a 75, now 1,000. And 1,000, and 1,000. 1,000. 1,000, oh, one thing thinking. And I found to go here on the solar flame over here for 975, 130 supplier, 130 supplier.
Sorry guys to interrupt you, but this gentleman's persistent. He says he was bidding against number 3. He went to an online bidder, but he's saying that he never was looked at. So I told him to talk to you after the auction. Okay.
If we missed you, we're sorry, we apologize if we missed you. Both of us.
We try to catch everybody, okay? If you see that I don't see you, just stand up and start waving your arms, okay? Now, because we want to sell you the vehicle and we want to take your money, but you have to let us know, okay? All right, there's number 9, 07 after TL. Hey, it does run $4 automatic, trickle around here, $80 in the pizza expense. Hey, you know what's the pleasure here with $1,000. I got 3 and a half, I'll take 4, get 4, now half. I got a hand here, 50, 50, 50, and a pound here, pound, 50, and a go 50, 50, pound here, pound and a half, 6. How about 6, now half. 6 and a half, now 7, now half. How about 7 and a half, now 8, now half. Got a half, be 50, now 9. There go 9, now 50, $1,000. And $1,000 go straight ahead, and a half. I need $1,000, $1,000 go, $1,000 go, and a half, here, 50, 50, $1,000, I got 1,000. 1,050, 11. How about 11? Your turn. 11. 11 to 75, 75, 75, 75, and I sold it. 1,050 to 104, 1,050 to 104. All right, here's number 10. Here's number 2. Hey, we got a Volvo C7. All right, here's the one right up. Okay, here's a $2 magistrate. 89. He's sweet steel. How about $900? 900 here. You said 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter? No, 50. How about 50, 50? You can have it up at 50, 50. You can have it up at 50, 50. You said, yeah. I got 3 and a quarter. 3 and a half on the Volvo in the rock. 75. I got a half right there. 375. Okay, now 4. I got 4. So there's some more. I can't tell what you got. 4. How about 4 here? $400, and I sold it on 375 by 6. Number 6. Number 11. Here's number 4. 79 car. $2 man. Straight 800. Not forward. How about 3 and a quarter? I got 3. Up, not down. 3 and a quarter half. I got a half. He's 3 and a quarter. I got a half. 75 and 4. How about 4 and 4, 3, 4 and a quarter, and a quarter. And a quarter, and a quarter, here, need a quarter. How about 4 and a quarter, and a quarter here, we sold a tank, $400, put them on number 6. Right, here we go, number 91 on the quarter. All right, here's a quarter on the minutes. How about 6 o'clock? 2 said 3, I'll take it, not quarter. How much we got a quarter and a quarter here, a quarter, now half. I got a hand here, we got a quarter, 350, 50, and about 50 final. Oh, each of that, we got a half, 75, 4. How much four? I'm gonna go 4. How much is it here, 400 here, and a 4, and a 4, and a quarter here, 4, 0, quarter there, need a half. How about half? We're on site, 4 and a quarter. How about 450, 50, 450, 450, 50, 50 down here, and I sold him on site at 425, 425. And come on in with this number, let's see what he has here. He's got number 150, 150. They're gonna be looking for you right now. Just beware. Thank you. All right. They yelled at me, so, nothing personal, that's all. Here we go. Here's number 13. Okay, that's fine. Here we go. We're big boys. We'll take. Here's number 7. Yes, no, it's not. That's for danger. Honda Civic come, full, North Advantage, regular line, give me 800. You got 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. I got 350, 50 right here, and 75. I'm at 75, 400 here, 375 online, D4. I'm at 4 and a quarter. And the quarter, he's in at 4 and a quarter, and a quarter online, and a half, and 75. 475, 5, and quarter. And a quarter half, 75. 75, 6, and a quarter half, 6 and a half. 75, 7. But 7, 96, 75, 7 and a quarter. And a quarter and a quarter, 7, quarter, 7 over here. But 7, quarter and a quarter down here, and no half. And a half. And a half. Yes or no? But 7, 50, 50, 50, 50, that's a no. I'm going to sell it right. For 7 and a quarter, and a feet divided. I get number 14, 3. They promise you, you're going to get I got down to the go. I don't know where you find. It just seems like polished. That's $500. We'll get 5, 4 grand, 41. Oh, 400. 500. 5, 4, and 5. Give me half. I got 5, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 75. I got 75, 6 and a quarter. You got a 6 on there, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. And now 75, now 7. But 7, you're gonna give me 7 and a quarter, and a half, and 75. 7, 75, 8 and a quarter, and a half, 8 and a half. 8, 15, 75, 1 and a quarter, and a half, and 75. How about 75? How about 975? You got 75? That's even better, not quarter. I got 10, you guys are both off. 10 and a quarter? How much quarter and a half? I got 50, 75, 75, you're going to go 75, that's 75, 11. I'm 11 and a quarter, you still living here online, 11 and a quarter. I'm 11 and a quarter, I'm 11 and a quarter here, and a half, 11 and 50, and 50, and now 75. I'm at 75, now 12. I'm at 12, 11, 75, 12 and a quarter, and a quarter. I got 12 here, and a 12 and a quarter. Yes, no, and I sold 10.
I got 12.
You got 12 online, that's good, okay, fine, we'll take that one. All right, just number 15. Okay, here we go, we'll go to, take it around 4. Sweep down the left side there. All right, ready, fine? And here we go, somebody get the, I got 3, 3 and a quarter. I'm a 3 and a quarter here, quarter, 325 and a half. And a half, yeah, 350, and then 75, I'm gonna go 75, 375, and 4 and a quarter. And a quarter here, 4 here, need a quarter. 4 and a quarter, and a half, 75. How about 75, now 5, 500, now quarter. And a half, only 50, and 75, and 6. How about 600, I'm gonna be 600, 600, here, we're gonna go 600, 600, and I sold the tank for 575 online, 16. All right, those ones, 190, straight it along, give me that. How about 900 bucks, straight it up, straight it quarter, and a half. How about 100, 50, 50, straight it quarters here. How about 350, 50, not 75, not 400, not 40, right here, half. And a quarter, 50 on site, quarter, 50. And then 75, and that's $500 here, 5. How about $500? Money sold 75 and 5. How about $100 sold it over here? 475. Number 8. 8 here's number 4. Guys. What about the next? What do you say? 46 3, 3 1/4. How about 3 1/4 and 1/4? I got 3 3 1/4 now. How about a half? 350. They're going to stretch it. How about 350? Gotta go 50, 50, 350, and I saw it. 3 1/4, number 6. All right, here's number 18. Here's number 6 on the 7th card. All right, still got one there? Yeah. It's self-excited. I've already found it. Here it is. What do we say here? 800. How about 3? 3 1/4, 3 1/2. How about 50? I got 50 over here. 3 1/2 to you. How about 350 over here? Now 75. You money to that. 75 4. Get 4. Not 4. And 4 and 1/2. And 75 and 5. And 4 and 1/2. And 75 6. And 4 and 1/2. 75 7. And 4 and 1/2. 7 1/2. And 7 1/4, 750, and 15, gonna go 50, 50, and 50, and I silver pen for 7 1/4. Put them on number 8, right? Number 19, that's the 25, price 200. Right, 80 books in the teacher. $4, get it on, $5 $5. How about $5? He said 3 1/4. I got a kind of 75 and told over 100 here and that's all we can have. And now 75, now 500 and 1/4. And a half, how about a half, 75, 600, now 1/4 half. 1,000, now half. I got 1,000 here, 1,050. How about 1,050 and a 50 and a 50 and a 50? Is that a yes? Now 11. How about 11 and a half, 11 and 50? You're ready? 11 and a half, 12. How about 12? 12 and a half, 12 and 50. And 15 and 13, you gotta go 13, now 13, 50. Said yes or no? No? And the 13, how about 50, 50, and we have a 1/4 and a 1/4 here, and a 1/4, and 9, no, not yet. So the 10 at 1,300, 1,300. So what's your number? That's okay, 128, you got it. Here we go, number 20, here's number 7. What do you say, guys? They gotta give me about 9 here, and about 3 again, 3 1/2, now 4. I give you a 4, you should stretch it. I got 4 1/2, now 5 1/2, and 6 1/2, 6 1/2, now 7 1/2, about 7 1/2, now 8 1/2, and 9, about 9 1/2, 9 1/2, now 1,000, and 1,000 to go, I get 9 1/2 there, 1,000, how about 975? How about 1/4? And a 1/4, 10's on site, 10 and a 1/4, 1/4 half. I got a half, I said 50, 75, 11, 1100. 11 here first, 11 1/4. See you, 1/4, half, see you snooze, you lose, wake up. 11, 75, 12. How about 12? You gotta get 12? And now 1/4, and a half, and a half, I got on site, 12 and a half, okay, now it's 75. 1275, how much 12 and a half? Is that a yes? 1275? 13? 13, not 1/4, I got 13, 13 and a 1/4. I'm 13 and a 1/4, yes, so when we sold it down for 1,300 online, here's number 5. Okay. Then said we now have for you on the pounds to go, 5 to go where? You're gonna go 5? He said 3, 3 and a 1/4, 3 and a half. Give me half, 3 1/2, 75. Right here, 4, not 1/4, now half. I got a half, 75. And 5 on the line, now 1/4 half. And a half, you start at 1/4, start at a half. And 75, and 6, and a 1/4, and a half. How about 650, 650, 75, 7. How about 7? We're gonna go 700, 6, 75, 7, and a 1/4. A 1/4, and a half. And now 75, and now 8, and a 1/4, and a half, 75. Now 9, and then 9, you guys should both up. 39, and then 9, now 1/4, now 25. I got 9 1/4 over here, 9 and a half. About 9 and a half, 925. About 950, 950, 50, no 75. And now 1,000, and 1,000. And 1,000 to go, let's say 1,000, not 1/4, not 1/4, no half. and a half, 1,050, 1,025. How about 1,050, no 75, no less. How about 11, not 40. And a quarter, no half, 11.50. And 50, 75, 11.75, what do you say? 11 and a half over here. 11.75, right here in 5, and 12. On the corner, here, the corner, on the quarter, and the quarter, on the quarter, he's 12. From the quarter, 12 and a half. About 50, for 50, I'm gonna go 50, 50, I'm gonna go 50, and 75. How about 75? He likes the color, 12 and a half, 12, 75. How about 12, 75, 75, and I saw the thing on the side. For 12, 50, 12, 50. Okay, so okay. And thank you, 22. Order on the one, schedule by you, give me 3, figure it out, I get 4. I get 4 now, 450. And the 50, the 5, the 5, the 50, 50, the 50, I got 5, the 4, 5 and a half, 75, up at 75, 600 and a quarter. And a quarter here, wrong side at 6, need a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter down here, and we have super thing, 600 to 178. 100 to 178, and they're going to be for here's number 23, and all right? Quarter on the line, schedule around here, the 800, 1.8 about 3, 3 and a quarter, 4, 4.
3 and a quarter. 3 and a half.
3 and a half, no 4, no half, no half, no half. 5 and a half, no 6, 6, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 7, and now 7, 50, and the 50, he's 7, now a quarter, now a half, 75, and 8, and a quarter. And a quarter, and a quarter, here a quarter, 25, 50, and 75, 875, now 9. Number 9, go 9, he's 875 here, need 9. Number 9, here, go 9, here, 9, so. 875, the number 8, 875 divided 8, here's number 24, 99. So you gotta see now, right? Hold on, automatic, regular divided on, take it a quarter, just turn to the right, and work on the south, take it a half. How about a half? Take it a quarter, take it a half, for the whole round. 350, 350, 50, 175. How about 375, $100 right here, you got quarter, and a half, and 75. You got a half? Okay, give me 75, now 5. Number 5, 500, 475 on site, 5, 5 on line, now a quarter. How about quarter, 5 over here, 5 a quarter. How about 5 a quarter right here, 5 a half, 5 50. Now 50, 50, 50, what do you say, 50, 50, 50, and we silver 10 for 5 and a quarter. Here, 1, 9, okay. Times in a week, we saw for our hundred, what do we do? We have you said 3, 3 and a quarter. Number 3 and a half, 75, number 75 here, 75, and what? 75, 400, and a quarter, and a quarter on site, now, give me half, that's 50, that's 75, 475, 5. Number 5 is in here, gives you 1 over 5 and a half, and now 75. 75, 75, 6, number 6, 600 guys, I have 6, now 4, number 4, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, number 650, now 75, I'm gonna go 75, money 6 and a half, number 75, I'm gonna go 675, 75 here, and so, that's 650 for number 6, okay, here we go with number 26, here's a 2008 to the other side of the car. All right, so we're going to parents, go to the ones, how we cycle down, 8, 3, 3 and a quarter. Number 3 and a quarter, number 4 and a half, 350. You say yes, 3 and a half, no 75. Number 75, 4, now 4, so 25. I'll find out 4, 3 and a quarter. Number 4 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, yes or no? No, so that's $400 for number 6, 27. 15, BMW 528 live. For automatic, straight better, like it better. Number 39. Number 39, 39, what about 39? How about 41? 41? How about 41? You're gonna go on, 41, 4 grand, 41, 42. How about 42? This is 41, 42 guys. How about 42? I'm gonna get 200, and the 42, and the 42, and I sold it. That's 100, 3 years, number 28. No 300. Who's got about 900, 900 bucks? We'll take that back for you. How about trade it for money? Now, and 75, and 400, not 40, not 40 here now, huh? And the 50, no 75, who says 75, not 40 and a half, and 75, 76 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 75, no 7, not 40 and a half, and a half, 7 and a half, 75, 8 and a quarter, half, and a half, 875, 875, 8 and a half, you get 9 and a quarter and a half. How about a half hour? Each 9 and a quarter, second row, and then a half, 75. How about 75,000? And 1,000, and a half, and 11, and 9, 11 and a half, 11 and a half, 12, and the 12, be 12, not a half, 12, 15, to go. How about 50, 50, you're gonna go 50 here, quarter? How about 12, quarter? Uh-huh. And what about that? Yes, sir. You know, 75. How about 1275? 1275. You guys have got like you have a lot of people, right? Come on. 1275. Stand up and do it. 1275 and I'm on 7 right there. 12, 50, 12, 50. Dollar number 6. 43, okay, fine. Thank you. Let's send the page here. We'll do number 29. There we go. Here it is. Here's a Chevy S10 car, 03 model last night. They had that. Who's that? Check it out. Corner, automatic sugar rod. We're throwing some rocks on top. Hey, give me what you can do. 3 and a half. Take 4. How about 4? He's 3 and a half. I did 4. I got 4. Now 4. Now half. I got a half for 50. Now 75. And 5. Go 5. I got 500 where now quarter, 5 here, quarter, now half. And a half, and the 75, they oversold. How about half? 75 and 6. How about 6? 75, 6, and a quarter. A quarter and a half. That is half, 75, 7. And a quarter, and a half, 75. 775, now 8, 800, now 40, 825. 825 and a half, 850. 850, 825, 8 and a half, now 875. 875, online, 8 and a half. 875 online, 9, a quarter, and a quarter, and a half. Now a half, using on the quarter, and a half, and 75, and now 1,000, and 1,000, 975 on site, it's 1,000. And 1,000 gold, and maybe 1,000, a quarter, and a half. And a half, mixing one, and a half, 75, 11. On the 11, 11, 75, 11, a quarter, and a half, and 75. 1175. 1175, is that a yes? Not 12. B12, and a quarter. I got 12, 12 and a quarter. Come on, guys, get the gold easies now. 12 and a quarter. Quarter, half. A half. There, a half, 75. 75. 13. And a quarter. And a half. And a half. No 75. How about 75? No 14. How about 14? We're gonna go 14. We're gonna go 14. 14. Not 40. Not 40. He's in the 14. 40 and a half. 14 and a half. Come on, baby. This is 14, 15. We're gonna go 50, 50, 14, 150 on the side. The time. 14, 25 on 9. Damn. Shouldn't do that. All right, here we go. Here's number 30. There's an 04, I got a 4. There's 250 miles. All right, here we go. Utility body sign, guys. Check it out. Here's our automatic, straight of the line, 800. How much they get above? You said 33, get a quarter and a half. I got a hand at 15, gotta go 50 right here in the 75. And now 400 and a quarter, to one side, need a quarter, now half, and now 75. Now 75, now 45, 25, and a half. Now 75, 6. Number 6. Number 6, here is 600, 600, 600 and a quarter. And a quarter. Here on side of 6. 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. 625, number 6, come on there, here's card number 31, here's a number 740, it's an E150 model. Hey, what do you do? 800. How about they, I didn't say you can, take it forward. I'm gonna take it a quarter, huh? I got 350, 50, you gotta go 50, 50 again, what do you say? I got a 50, who said, yeah, 50, and 75. How about 75, he's 3.5, 3 on site. 75 on line 4. How about 4, we gotta go 400, you gotta go 4, and I'm not 4, no. I'm not 4, here we sold the thing, 375, number 65, right? Here's number 32, 97, change, 3. All right. Number 75 forward, 400 on here forward, 375 online. Number 400, 400, go forward, not forward. And a quarter guys, I'm at 4 and a quarter, that's quarter, not online, 4 and a quarter. 450, 450, 450, 450, so they can. 2.85, and go to fire, number 6, okay, here's. Right, $4, we get that ticket. The one I get my head there, sit down and how much pay you for? Number 4, 3.5, number 4. Number 4, here, number 4, 75, not 4, not 4.5. No, 75, not 40. And I 50, you gotta go 50, 35, look at that, that's 75. And 6. How about 6? You gotta be 6? How about 600? You gotta be 600, you gotta go 600, and we not 40. And a half, 650, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, come on guys. How about 650, 50, 50, and 9, so the 10, 625, and 6 is an hour, and here's number 34, 25. Hey, you sound good, right? 400, what do you say? Hey, you're at 800. I'm not thinking about seeing it go through when you got the record, didn't you? Hey, baby, got 4, I got 3, 3 and a quarter, 3.5, you want to have 75. Number 75, not 4, 400, not 40. And the quarter is over here, 58, and 75. Number 75, 500, 500, not 5, not 4, 75, 85. Number 500, 500, not 5, no, so the 10. 475, number 60, number 35. Number 3 here, one here, on the truck guys, right? And you shoot up there, instead of around, hey, just a little heads up. Okay, the motor comes as a kit, it's a part. Okay, you may find it about 5 and a half. Okay, fine. 75 cents, so this is about 50 here. 6 and a quarter, and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 75. How about 75, 700 and a quarter, and a quarter here on the side of 7 and a quarter and a half. And 75, we gotta go 75, now 80, 800 dollars, a quarter, and a quarter here, need a half, 850, 825. Hey, another 50, 50, another 50, another 50, around, 850, and we sold it 825, number 69, wow. Number 36, what are we doing? 36, so 700. What do you do? We have taken about 4, 3, 3.5, 4. How about 4? We're going to go 475, 4 and a quarter, and a quarter here. You need 14 and a half, now 75. How about 75? That's a good and a quarter, and a quarter. He's over and a half, and 75. How about 75? 75 on site. There he is, 6. Now a quarter. And a quarter, that comes out at 6. 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. A half, 75. How about 75? We're going to go 675. 6 and a half. How about 675? 7 and a quarter. And a quarter, 17, guys, 7 and a quarter. How about 7 and a quarter? 7 and a quarter down here, and we. So we're kind of 700, number 8 divided, number 8 divided, right? 7, 99, let's see guys, okay? 4 down and then, take it right here, they get a 800. I'm a name of the box, he said 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. I gotta have the 15, and 75. But 75, we're gonna have 75 4. But 4, we're gonna go 400. But 375, leave 4. But 4, no, so the thing. 375 into 6 divided 6 divided is 38 and 2010. Honestly, I'm sure. They were wrong. They do for times. Over times ago, times ago, and that one, get 3, 3.5. I get a half and a quarter, $400, and a quarter and a half, and 5.5. And then now 6, so we said they 5, now 6. But 6, 7.5. And give me half, take it, half. 50, 75. I did 7.25, 7.5. I do. 7.50. 50, 50, 50, about. Half 7.50, 50, and 75, 75, 8, 800, and a quarter, now half, 8.5, 850, 850, and 50, and 9, 2, so time, 825 to 170, 176. Here's number 39, right? Here we have an 86 bottle 70C 20 model. Right, it does something on the minutes, give it on here, somebody can how much? $8? I didn't think so. He said, bring a quarter, bring a half. I got a half, bring 15, that's 50, and 75, I got 75, 400. On the 4, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, 450. And 75, 500, give me 5, and a quarter. And the quarter, guys, on the quarter. On the quarter, and a half, and the 75, I'm gonna go 75, and the 6. On the 6, it'll be 6, and a quarter. On the quarter, he said it's 6 and a quarter. Quarter, now, give me half. 6, come on, I can do that. 6.5. Now 6.75.
I got 650 online.
Okay. You want to be 675? No? I got 6.5 online. 675 sold. Or 6.5 online. Okay, fine. Hey, ACOP. They're looking for you up front here at the window. Okay, they're looking for you at the window. They want to go one card at a time. Okay. They're going to be yelling at you and me both. Okay? I'm just saying. Thank you. Okay. I know you're going to buy more. I understand. We'll watch you. Here's number 40. Here's a 98. That's the DC Montreal Sport for automatic. Okay, here it is. There you get 800. $800. These are 3, 3.5. How about 350? Anybody else? 350, 50, plus 75. How about 75? Each 3.5. 75, 4. You're 4 and a quarter. And a quarter, 0, need a quarter and a half, 4.5, for 75. How about 75? We're going to go 75, go 75, go 75, 500 and a quarter. And a quarter, half a pound here, need a quarter, guys. How about pound a quarter and a half, and 75, we're going to go 75, half and a half, 75. How about 75 here, 75, and I sold it. Johnny bought it at 550, and let's see, Johnny was.
I forgot it.
Hey, 105. Yes, sir.
Can you ask him if he bought the right one this time?
Yeah.
And blast.
He said it goes like that. Here you go. Here you go. Here's 2,000 grand paradise. We're all friends here. What are you going to do? Yeah, no friends at an auction when it comes to buying. All right, here we go. For automatic sugar on the grand caravan. I don't know. I hope so. I got 3 and a quarter. A quarter half. How about 350 3 and a quarter here? 350, 350 3 and a quarter. 3.5. How about 350, and I sold the thing. 3 and a quarter, buyer number 4. Number 4 here's number 42, 94. 4. Mustang. It's not any Mustang, that's a GT Mustang. Wow. Okay. Roman the transfer to the run. I tell you what you're going to go here. I'll tell you what, that is. It is. That's a big 5.0. And it even has a red bumper on the back. It says GT. Give me 1,000. How about time? How much? I got 4 and a half. How about 450? You're going to go 50 quarter, now half. 4.5. 4.5. 475. How about 475, 5 1/4, and 1/4 550, and on like it, 1/4, 75. How about 75? How about 75? I gotta go 575, 6. How about 6? Gotta be 600, gotta be $600 huge, 575 online. 600 and we sold it then. 575 online, okay. Here's 43, and that's all, change the invoice. 400 minutes, they don't know, 800, I'm not gonna get what's in that one. Well, he said 3. It is. I got 3, regular quarter. What happened? Oh, man. I guess regular quarter half. Give me half. A half. 75. How about 75 400, not 4. How about 700, 400, give me 4, quarter and a half. Give me half, 450, guys. I 4 and a half. How about 4 75, not enough 500. How about 5? You gotta go 5. You gotta go $500. Give me 5. I'm a $500 and I sold it number 475, number 6, okay, here's number 44, I'm gonna wait, honestly guys, okay? It's $400, spread it around, comes complete, the size is 800. How about $800, so he said 3 3 1/4. How about 3 1/4 and a half, 350. How about 350, 50 right here in the 75, gonna go 75, 4 1/4, and a half, 450, on site 4 1/4, 4 and a half. Number 50, 50, 50, 500, and a half. How about a half? How about quarters here? How about 50, 50, 50, 75, 75, 6. How about 6? 75, 6, 6 1/4. How about 6 1/4? 6. How about 6 1/4 right here? A half. How about a half? I do 6 1/4 here, 650. I'm a 650 original, 75, 675, and now 7. I'm a 7, 675, 7, you're gonna go 7 and a quarter, and a quarter, and he's in the 7, 7 1/4. I'm a 7 1/4, and a quarter, here we quarter half, and a half, he's a quarter, you know, so I'm a 750, and a 50, and a 75, I'm a 75, 75, you should. 775, 7.5, 75, here sold. 750 online. Okay, there's number 45, no 2. Ford excursion guys, eh? Ford on the land, second around, I'll just play it up here, even good. How about doing $4? He said, $3 1/4. How you get the numbers? That's $4. It's a big one. 3 1/4, 3 1/2. How about a half? 75. How about 75? Not 4, 400. And that's over 425. You're gonna go 425. 4, 1 1/4. How about 4 1/4, 75, 75, 4 and a half. 75, 5. How about 5? And a quarter, 5 1/4. 5 here, 8 1/4. A quarter half, 5 and a half. And the 15 75, the 6, 600, and a quarter, 625 and a half. How about 650, 625 on site? How about 650, 75 and 7? And what's 7? Give me 7. And the 7, there was 7 right here in the quarter, he's in the 7. How about 7 1/4 right here in the half? Give me half. That's 75. How about 75? 775? How about 75? And 8, 800 and a quarter, 825, 800, 825. How about 825 and a half? 850, 850, no 75. How about 875? See, quarters, yeah. 875, 8 and a half. 875, 900, 900, not quarter. I am time on site, 1 1/4. Come on, guys, let's go. How about 9 1/4 and a quarter here? We have quarter half. But people don't do that, it's good, okay? You want a half? No, 75. I got a half on site, 75. How about 975? You gotta go 975? No, sold in the corner. At 950, 950, 164, 164 with a buyer. Here's car number 46 and 984. It's in F-150 guys, huh? 2 of them, the man, straight in the line here. They can give you about 800, $800. That's a nice work truck. How about 3, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, each 3 and a quarter. I got a half, 75, in total, $400. How about 4? Do you want to go 4? Not 4, well, I said it, 375. How about 4? Not 4, not 4, not 4. How about 5, 450? And the 75, 500. How about 5? We're gonna go 5. 475 here on site. How about 5? We're gonna go 5. And a quarter, and a half, 50, and a 50. You want to go 50? Come on, that people, let's go. How about a half? My beer's getting warm. How about a half? 75. Now 6. How about 6? Come on, that people, let's go.
6?
And a quarter, and a half.
You got a quarter?
I do. This guy's gonna have to find me a new beer. 6 and a half. 6 and a half. 75.
I got 6.5 online. You got
Give me 75. No 7. How about 7? I got 675 over here. 7. Now 7. How about 7? Come on, guys. How about 7? Nope. So 675. 675. Number 8 there is gonna have to find me a fresh beer. All right, here we go. Taking too long to get. All right, here's number 47. Here's number 2. Yeah. We got. Can't we? Read. I got a ramp in slot. You see a camera there, and the camera's showing. All right. Okay. And you saw it right there?
That was what all
Okay. All right, guys. We got everybody understand we're getting on the camera car? You understand that? Okay. You understand. So very good. Okay, guys, on the camera. Here we go. Somebody got 500. He said line, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half. I've got 50, 50, and 75. I'm going to go 75. Now it's 5 and a half. 75, 6. 600 and a quarter. And a quarter, 6 over here. 6 and a quarter. How about quarter down here, and way down? Quarter half. 6 and a half. Come on, man.
half.
6 and a half, 75. See, what did you want? 675. How about 675? 675, so 10. 650. Okay.
I'll make a note there.
Okay.
I got it at 2068.
Okay. 48. Here's an old page that we talked about. Lying down, see, I didn't see that. Nothing. I got 3. So I got to go over 3 and a half. 75. 4, the 4, the 400, the 2, 4 and a quarter and a half. I got 50, 50, for 50 down to 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. Half 75, and pound, $500 and a quarter. And a quarter on side of 5, I did. 5 and a quarter, now he's fine. 5 and a quarter, half, 75. Now 6, and a quarter, half a quarter, 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. How about a half, 650, 75, and 7. How about 7? 7, quarter, 7, 50. And 50, gonna go 50, 57, 50, 75, 75, 80, 100. And a quarter. And a quarter guy is 800, 825.
8 and a quarter.
825, 50, 850, not 75. 875, yeah, there, 875. 875, 75, and we sold it 10. 850 online. Yes.
What's going on, guys?
We're taking a break. Union.
I need a break.
Union shop, you know?
Hey, this is not you?
No, we'll be right back. No, it's not.
Oh, man, I was about to pay my fees.
I know. He'll be right back. He's checking on something somewhere. Okay. 49 will be next, guys. Okay. 49 is now on Ford E250. Get it up there right now. There it is. It runs too. Got the $3 $100, straight to the right, 900. How about 900 bucks? 900 bucks. It's a 4 and a quarter half. I got a half. That's 75. Then 5. How about 5 here? 500, 500, and a quarter, 525. How about 550, 75, 600. How about 6? 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. How about 650, 75, gotta go 75, 675. 6.5, 6.75, 7. How about 7.25 and a quarter here, 7's money. How about 7.25 half? 7.5, 7.50, 75. How about 75? And 8, and a quarter. And a half, 8.50, and a quarter, something. 8.5, 8.75.
8.5, 75.
No, 9. How about 9? Come on, guys, let's go. How about 9? Gotta go 9.50 and a quarter. How about 9.25 and a half? 9.50 and no 75. We get to 75 and 75. How about 975,000 and the 1,000? The quarter, here, the quarter. I did. And the quarter half, 75. How about 75? 11. How about 11? And a quarter. Come on, guys. You guys did like old winners. 11 and a quarter. Solar tank. 1100 on 1. Okay, fine. Number 50, here's an old 6. Hey, at least I'm not here. Look at that. So, you said 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter? 1.5. That's 75. And a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, 4.50, 75. 5. A quarter, and a half, 75. 75, 6, 6 here, quarter, 6.5, 6.75, 6.75, and 7, and a quarter, 7.5, 7.5, 75, now 8, a quarter, and a half, and now 8.75, 8.75, 8.5, 8.75, 9, and a quarter, and a quarter, 9 here, and a quarter, and a half, and 75. How about 975, and now 1,000, and now a quarter, and now a quarter. These 10, and a quarter. Are you ready? Quarter, now 75, and 11, and a quarter, and a half, 75. You done? Or shut up? 11.75, and a quarter, and a half, 75.
I guess he wasn't.
75, 13, now a quarter, and a half, 75. 13.75, 75, 13 and a half. How about 75, 75, 14, now a half, give me half. 14 and a half, no. 14.50, now 15, now half. And 16, 16 and a half. 16 and a half, 16 right here. How about 16, how about 50, and 50 and I? Silver thing. For 1,600. Let me see the number there. Well, can you get this number? 152, is that it? Thank you, 152, you got it. Here we go, no point public, this isn't here. All right, here you go. Here's 51, that was 770 Avalanche. So you get those on, hold on a minute. Straight over, $80 on the key charge now. I get it in this on the time. How about time to go in that, 5, 3, 3.5. We're going to hold on, I've got 5, how about a half, 6, and a half. How about a half, 50, 7, we're going to go 700, 6 and a half. How about 7, 675. How about 675, how about 7 and a quarter, and a half. I got a half, 75, 75, 800 and a quarter, 825, 825, 50, now 875, 875, 900 and a quarter, and a half. And 75, and 1,000, and 1,000.
I got 11.25.
12 and a quarter, 12 and a half. And that's 75. Come on, guys, you look like our ladies, let's go. 13 and a quarter, half, 75. 14 and 1 quarter, and a half. And a half, piece of quarter here in the phone. 14 and a half on line, that's 75. 15 and a half, 16 and a half. You see some button, that's 17. How about 17? How about 17 and a half? And 18 and a half. 19. Put your phone down, you can keep up. 19 and a half. 19 and a half and 2. 2 grand, and a half. I got a half. 2,000, 2,050. And 21 and a half. 21's money. How about 21.50? You're going to go 50, 50, 50, not 2, not 50. How about 22.50 for that? How about 22 and a half? 22.50, 23. I'm going to get 23. What do you say? How about 23 and a half? $23 and we sold it. at 2250 online, okay? All right, here's number 52, 25, I'll be 25, okay? This one runs, guys, 25%. And then you said 6. I got 6, what is 6 7? I got 7, now 8, then now 8 and a half, now 8 and a half, and 9 and a half, and a half, 9 and a half, 1,000, and a half, 11 and a half, 11 and a half, 12, 12 and a half, 13, 13 and a half, 14 and a half, 15 and a half, and 16. How about 16? It'll be 16, 16 and a half, 17, 17 and a half, and 18 and a half, 19. How about 19 and a half, and 2 grand. How about 2 grand, 2 and a half, and 1 and a half, 21 and a half, 21 and a half, 21 here, and a half, now 2, now half, 22 and a half, 23 and a half, and a half. I got a half, and 4 and a half, and 5 and a half, and 6 and a half, and 7 and a half, and 8 and a half, and 9 and a half, and 3 grand. How about 3? Now it's $100 poker ticket. 31, 32, 32, 32, 3, 4, 34, 34, 5, 35, 6, 36, 235, 36, 37, 37, 38, 39. How about 39, 4 grand? And 4, now 1, 41, now 4,000. And 41, getting down to 41, you got 41?
No, you got 4?
I got 4. 41, and we sold it right there. 4,000, yes, sir, 4,000. And let's see, man, what's your buddy number there? Let me see if I can. Okay, 117, right, come on up, please, 175, okay? And here she comes, 53, 04, Mercedes, around here, then you get 800. What you said, 3, I got a half. I got a half, 4, half. I got 100 here, 50, 75, I'm gonna go 75, 4. I'm at 4, give me 4. What do you say? 400 here, now 4. And that's 400 here, 4. 4. I'm at 440 and a half. And a half, 440 here in the corner. I got a half, 75, now 5. I'm a 5. Come on, guys, let's go. 5, now 40. Up over and a half, 550. And 50, 50, 50, 50, now 75 and 6. Now that's 6, 600, a quarter, 625, now that's 6. 6 and a quarter, now 650. And at 50, now 75, I'm going to go 7. I'm not saying we're going to go 700, not quarter, now half. I'm going to have the 50, 50, you're going to go 57, 50, onside, 7 quarter. I was 750, 75, now E. Come on, guys. 800, not quarter. Not quarter. 825, and a half. 850, 850, 850. And now we're 75. And 9. How about 9 here? 9 is down. Give me 9. I'm going to go 9. I'm going to go 9. Let it out. Solar tank. 875, number 8 divided, right? And we go to the next one. This is 34. What one's it? Maybe you got a 4 score, guys. I get 3, 3 get a quarter. How about 3 get a quarter and a half? 50, 50, each 3 get a quarter, 350. How about 50 in the 75, and 4, and a quarter on one side. How about 4 and a quarter and a half, the 75, and we're going to go 75, 500 and a quarter. And a quarter and a half, the 75, we're going to go 75, 6. How about 600 and a quarter, 625, 50. And a 50, 50, you're going to go 50, and 75, here, 675. How about 675, 6 and a half here, 75, 7. How about 7, I'm going to go 7. And a quarter. And a quarter, 197, 7 and a quarter. And a quarter, here, we have 700, 700, right here, 158.
Wait a minute, are you on, did you say 58 or 55?
I said 58. So,
55 is if you go to home.
yeah. Yeah. 55, 55.
This is going to be a 09 Toyota.
09 to 4.
09.
To 4. No problem. Okay, 1,000. How about down below, 4.5 high, 4.5, and 6.5, and 7.5, and 8.5, and 9.5, 1,050, and 11.50, and 12.5, and 13.5, and a half, and 13, give me half, 14, and a half, 15, over 15, and a half, and 16, 16 and a half, 17 and a half, give me half, 19 and a half, and 19 and a half, 19 on 9 and a half, 2 grand. How about 2, now, 1, how about 21, 20, 50's here, 21, how about 21, how about 21, I'm gonna go 1 here, and I sold the 10. Yes, sir. 2050, number 4, 2050, buyer number 4, okay? 56. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. You said 2. 2 reported, fine. How about 2 reported? And a half. He's 2 reported here, 250, 350, 175, and 3. How about 3? Think you can work it out. How about 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter on site, and a half. How about 350, 50, and 75, and go 75. 375, 400, and 4, he's 375, 4 and a quarter on, and a quarter on site, now half. How about for 15, 15, 75, how about 75, 75, 75, must be something interesting inside. How about 75, so the thing. 450 to buyer number 6, okay. Here we got 57 now. And 57 is an old
Needs a little.
Needs a little PLC?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you said 32, but I got 34. 75, then 4, then 40, then a half, 75, and a half, and 6, and a half, and 7, and a half, 8, and a half, and 9, and a half, 1,000, and 1,000. Nope, again, 9 and a half, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half, 75. How about 75, 10 and a half on site? 75, 11 and a quarter. How about 4 and a quarter here, 11's over here. How about 11 and a quarter, okay, 10 and a half, and 75. How about 75, that goes up. 11, 75, 12, 100 and a quarter, on site at 12. How about 12 and a quarter? How about 12 and a quarter, 12 and a half, 75. How about 75, we're gonna go 75 and 13 and a quarter. And the quarter grams on the 13 and a quarter, 13, need a quarter. Up to 13.5, no 75. How about 75, and there was 75, how much 13 and a half? How about 75, and we solar plan for 1350 to buyer number 4, okay? Here, 58 is a 96 on the Civic card. There it is. Okay, define, you said, 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter? 3 and a quarter, and a half, and 75. How about 75? On site at 3 and a half. How about 3 and 75, and a quarter, and then a quarter. And now a quarter, 4 is over here, for 1 a quarter. How about 4 right here and a half, 450, and now 75, we're gonna go 475. How about 75, we're gonna go 475, 75, here, and we have solar panel for $450 for 50. Sir, can you come in, sir? Okay, 151. Okay, come on in there. Gonna give it. Okay, here's number 59. Here's an old 4. You sir, can I get you to come inside? Thank you. Okay, there's an Infinity G35. Okay, here we go. Somebody give me 100. You said 4 and a quarter. How about 40 and a half, 75 and a pound and a quarter, and a year and a pound. And a quarter half, 75, 6 and a quarter. And a quarter, on site at 6, 6 and a quarter. Quarter half, 6 and a half, 75. How about 675, 700 and a quarter. And a quarter, 70, each a quarter, quarter and a half, 7 and a half, 75. How about 75, you go 75, 80, 200, now 80 and a quarter. And a quarter, he said 80, a quarter. and a quarter down here, and we sold it at $800, nobody said it? 164 tonight, okay? And then the 60, 13, every time the quarter, so he said, three quarter, 325, three is money. How much regular quarter do you know you up? How much regular quarter now have? 75, and 400. You can fold a quarter. And a quarter don't have, 450, and 75. How much 75? 500, give me 5. Huh? No, 5 and a quarter. I do. I have 5 and a quarter. I'll get 5 right here. 5 and a quarter. A quarter, 50, and now 75. I'm going to go 75. How much 75? And I'll say it, 600. How much 6? 570 on mine. 6. 6. 6. Okay, and a quarter. I do. 6 and a quarter. 6 and a quarter and a quarter and a half. Return again. 6 and a half. 6 and a quarter. 6 out of 50, 50, 50, 75. How much 75? I gotta go 75. 675. How much 675? 75 here, and we sold it kind for 650, 650. Okay. What's your number there in the back? 192. Okay, come on up, please. 192. I wish I was 61. No, I'm not a 4. That's one thing that. 200, send it around here. What do you say, 800? Yeah, no. And 800 bucks, 85, 5, 3, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 75, and 4, and a quarter, 1 and a half, and 75, not 5. Number 5, 500, we send it down and say 5, quarter, half, 75. Number 75, 6, 600 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, and 75, we go 75. Number 75, minus here in the corner, 6 and a half, 675, 675, and I 75, 7 and a quarter, I got 7, come on, that people, let's go. Quarter hand, 750, and the 75, I'm gonna go 75, 7 and a half, 775. I sold it 10, 750, 800, 800, go down to the next card, it's going to be numbers 2. 2. Come on. 2%, nothing. Here we go. We got the Mini Cooper gas, okay? This is the 3 Mini Cooper. He said 3 and a quarter. Number 3 and a quarter, 3 and 50. You're going to go 50, 50, 350. Number 350, 75, 4. Number 4 and a quarter, 125, over here, 8 and a quarter, and a quarter, get her up, 125 and a half, 450, 75, you gotta go 475, number 475, 475, and we sold the tank 450, number 6, whatever, here's number 60, 4, CMC, 800, company, he said, 4 and a half, and a half, 4 and a quarter, half, not 5, number 5 and a half, and 6 and a half, and 7 and a half, and 8 and a half, and 9 and a half, and a half, and a half, and a half, 1,000, and a half, and 9 and a half, and 12, and 12, I got C, 11 and a half, 12, but 12, 8, 12, 12 and a half, 13, 13, man, are you better? 13? You guys together? I got 12 and a half standing up. 13, 13, now half, 14. How about 14? 13 and a half, 14, 75, and 14, 14, and a quarter, and a half, and a half. She's 14 and a quarter. 14 and a half, 14, how about 15 or 75? How about 75, 15? And 15 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half. Okay, fine. Half, 16, 16 and a half. 16 and a half. All right, 16 here. 16, 50, gotta go 50, 50, and I sold it. Sorry, gone, sold it. Steve on it, 1600.
1600?
Yeah, 105 is the line, 105 is the line. 364, 134, expedition. Yes, sir. On the expedition, guys, hold on, thanks. Even- Oh, okay. You buy this one for administrator line, 3,000,
3 and a quarter.
3 and a quarter, 3.5, 375. How about 375, 375 quarter, not quarter? And a quarter and a half, 75, then 5, then 5 here, 5, 4, and a quarter, 5.5, 75. How about 75 there, 606? How about 600 down here, quarter, 6.5, and a half, 6 and a quarter, 6.5? A half, 75, 675, minus 6.5. How about 675, I'm gonna go 675, 700. But 77, what do you say? But 7 and a quarter, 7 and a quarter, 7, 7 and a quarter. But 7 and a quarter, and a quarter here, and a half, 750. But 75, we're gonna go 75, 775. 75, 775. Then the silver tank, 750, number 65, 65, qualified machines. That's an easy one, guys. Right? So, give me 800, I think, it says, wow, bring it forward. How about bring it a quarter down from here, need a quarter here, and a quarter down, 75, and go 75, forward, down, forward. And a quarter, and a four here, and a quarter, now half. How about 4.5, 450, now 75. How about 75, I'm gonna go 75, 500, 475, and a quarter, now half. 5.5, and a quarter's online, 5.5. Yes, open, 5.5, 75, 6. But 6, put your phone away, just did, 6, 6 and a quarter, 6.5, 75. How about 675, and 7. If you're not gonna put your phone away, I'm not gonna take your bid anymore, okay? 7, 7 and a quarter. 7 and a quarter, and a quarter down here, and now a half. And a half, that will give me half. Difference, half, 75. I got 7.5 here, 75 each, 800. Now 8, 775 each, now quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, 825, each here, 825, and a half. 850, 825 on the corner. The old lady in the corner. 825, yeah. From the, yeah. 825, 850, 850, 50, and then, no 75. No, I do, no, 875, 89, for quotations to go ahead. What money? No, this guy got it. 875, 875. 164, 164, okay, fine, where's 163? Ford Explorer down, Ford 100 how about taking a quarter and a quarter and a half, 75, and now a quarter and a quarter and a quarter here and a half, or 50, 75. How about 75? You got one up for 75?
75.
Now 5? Now quarter? On side of 5, now the quarter. A quarter and a half, a half, 50. And 50, 50, 50, right here, now 75, 75, now 6. 6 and a quarter and a half. 656 and a quarter times 75. But 75, 7 and a quarter. And a quarter, 7 is 9, 7 and a quarter. But 7 and a quarter and a quarter. Down here we have sold 700 online, right? Hey guys, make sure you pay your bills, get your colors out of the time to fashion, and we'll see you all next Thursday evening, okay?